I hope that you all are good. So last day we had discussed about the diseases and its mode of transmission, that we discussed what are different types of diseases and how they are classified. So prevalence, occurrence and spread and duration, in which we have to discuss about this occurrence and spread and duration. Okay. So what we had discussed yesterday, that is on the basis of occurrence and spread, we discussed that the diseases can be of two types. One is communicable or infectious diseases, and second is non-communicable or non-infectious diseases. Infectious disease like COVID, it is best example of infectious disease. It is very highly infectious disease because infectious, we have discussed, it can be transmitted from one person to another person very easily. Okay, like we know these days this COVID is being spread from one person to another person because of the different restrictions have been imposed. So these are called as diseases, that is on the occurrence and spread. Infectious means that will be transmitted from healthy person to from infected person to a healthy person. Like COVID, tuberculosis, different other infectious diseases that is caused by bacteria, like diseases that are caused by the contaminated food and water. So these are the spread and occurrence and spread. Secondly, non-infectious diseases are the diseases that cannot be spread from one person to another person. Suppose I am suffering from any heart problem, heart disease. So this disease cannot be transmitted from myself to any other healthy person. It can be transmitted only because of certain reasons like improper diet, improper lifestyle, improper food, and some genetical problems that can be transmitted through this mode. Okay, so this type of diseases are called as non-infectious disease or non-communicable disease. Means that cannot be transmitted from a infected person to the healthy person, like heart disease, this diabetes, then cancer. These are non-infectious diseases. Okay, it can be, another reason can be there of this non-infectious disease, like any improper working of any organs, improper lifestyle, diet, or any genetical problem. That can be the reason of the non-infectious diseases. Okay, so let us see.
Epidemics are diseases based on prevalence. These are outbreak diseases that attack many people at the same time and spread very quickly. Bubonic plague are examples of epidemic. Diseases are divided into two types based on its occurrence and spread. Infectious diseases and non-infectious disease.
See, this is that what we discuss now. That is occurrence and spread. On the basis of that, we can divide it into infectious disease and non-infectious disease. Infectious diseases that can be transmitted from infected person to a healthy person, and non-infectious diseases cannot be transmitted from an infected person to a healthy person, like diabetes or heart problem or kidney problem. These are diseases that cannot be transmitted from the infected person to a healthy person. Okay.
Diseases. What are infectious diseases? Infectious diseases are called.
These are the different types of infectious diseases, like this cough. Cough means that is suffering from any viral disease, in which we feel this problem of cough, means we are coughing frequently and germs will come out of our body and it will transmit into the air or any surface. So through this way it can be transmitted to another person. So this disease can be transmitted from an infected. Suppose this boy is infected with this particular disease, and if he is coughing, then this pathogens will come out of its body to the different other means like air or any other surface. Next is like cold, skin diseases that is caused by the fungus. It is also infectious disease, and malaria is also an example of infectious disease that is transmitted by the mosquito. So these are the different examples of an infectious disease. Okay.
Caused by microorganisms like bacteria.
And these are the different causative agents of the infectious diseases. One of the most common causative agent is a bacteria. Different types of bacteria are there. Like tuberculosis, it is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is very common disease that is caused by the bacteria. Typhoid, Salmonella typhi. It is also a bacterial disease that is also an infectious disease. Cholera, it is also an infectious disease caused by bacteria. So that you have to remember these names, their causative agent and mode of transmission.
Virus, fungi, and protozoa. These diseases spread from one person to another through air.
See, these are the mode of transmission of the infectious disease. Like one of the very common mode of transmission is air. Like we discussed, suppose a person is suffering from any viral disease or bacterial disease, and if he is coughing, through this cough the germs will come out of his body and will spread through the air. And suppose I am a healthy person, I am going to breathe in this air and there are germs are present. So if I am going to breathe, so the germs will enter in my body and I will also suffer from the disease. Okay. Water is also one of the most common mode of infectious disease. Suppose water is contaminated with certain pathogens, and if we are going to drink this water, so then again we are going to suffer from the disease. Food is also one of the mode of transmission of the infectious disease. Okay. Suppose we are going to eat a contaminated food that is having certain type of germs. So if we are going to consume this food, then we are also going to suffer from the disease. Next is physical contact. Like this COVID, we are going to sanitize our hand. Why? Because if we are going to contact with physically with any object or any person, and if he or she or this particular place is having germs, then we also can get infected from that disease.
Physical contact and insects.
Insects are also very common mode of transmission, and these insects that carry the pathogens of a particular disease are known as vectors. These are called as vectors. The most common vector is mosquito, responsible for a number of diseases like dengue, malaria, chikungunya. Okay. Japanese encephalitis. Second pathogen is very common is dog. If it bites, then we get disease that is called rabies. Another vector is pigs. They carry the germs of the different diseases. Okay, so these are the different mode of transmission of the infectious disease like air, water, contact, and vectors. Okay, students. So this is all about this different types of infectious disease and their mode of transmission. So what you have to do, you have to revise the different names of the bacterial disease, viral disease, fungal disease, diseases spread by vectors. Okay, their names and their causative agent. In the next class we will discuss about the non-infectious disease. Okay, thank you.